posting software are the posting methods in that. Um, Number one, because I'd like to see people first get some sites up and get them focused on that, because that's your bread and butter. Once you have that site up, that site will stick and it will always be bringing you leads, um, and then you can move on to other cities. Whereas with Craigslist, although it's kind of cool, the challenge with that is that you're only getting as many leads as you do posts, and then the minute you stop posting, you stop getting leads. It's not a continuous supply. It's not like an autopilot type deal. But we do have 7 training videos in the site that I think are pretty darn good, and then an 8th one, which is a recording of a webinar that we talked just about that system there. Okay, so this is from Joe on here. Wyoming's $50 a year, by the way, for LLC. Anybody wants to know? Yeah, on the Google authorship, which is what this is here. Or actually, there, let me go like this, which is that little picture. Yeah, we're just using alias names, exactly. We're just putting this up here because this is going to help with your click-throughs. Okay, this is local. It looks more personal, and it tends to gonna get a few more clicks than say the site right below it. Okay. What are my thoughts for the author picture for hundreds of sites? Well, I'll put that in the training. We're going to do a separate module on that, and I'll give some suggestions on those. Right now, we're still just kind of testing it out. We've got it on other sites that are out there. I don't know how far my team has gotten on it. Let me check out some others on here and see what they've done in other places. Hopefully, they've done something a little bit different. Yeah. So here's another one. Here, the Mole Mechanic, Chicago. It's kind of cool because it's looking like it's about 24, 48 hours. This shows right up, so it's pretty awesome, and very easy to do. I was surprised how easy it was to do. So we'll get all that in there. And what I can tell you now is just, I don't want to misdirect you, but from the 2 sites that I showed you, we used 2 different photos. So. And I have my project manager does that. I'm not claiming to be the expert at it. I just was doing some research on it. This would be really easy to do. Why aren't we doing this? And I also and it came up. I need to give credit where credit's due. Sorry. It came up because one of our members said, "Hey, I'm doing this, and it's increasing my click-through rates, and you should do it too." And that was Steve from Las Vegas. So thank you so much for that. I live in California. I can create an LLC in Las Vegas with a local and run a nationwide business. Yeah, Chuck, you definitely want to. Chuck is talking about opening up a LLC in Vegas, and you get your phone number there, your bank account, you get an address, and you get these virtual addresses that you can receive mail from and stuff. And it's all legit and all that kind of stuff. But what's questionable is, and you just want to make sure, and I don't know the answer to this, but you want to make sure that you talk to an attorney about it, that if you're residing in California and you live there, but your corporation is in Vegas, that may not fly in the courts. I don't know. You just want to make sure, because there is huge tax benefits to having your corporation in Vegas. Okay. And I was actually, when I was in D.C., I was having dinner with a bunch of people, and one of them was the owner of Warrior Plus, and he actually moved. We were talking about that, and again, you want to talk to your own attorney and get your own advice, but his advice was he was living, I can't remember, in some other state, Utah or something like that, and then he wanted to do the same thing, but his attorney told him, no, you need then you need to move to Vegas, so that there's no chance that the government would come back and say that you're trying to avoid taxes or anything like that. And he lives there, so he lives there now, so he's totally fine. Okay. Okay, good. Craigslist guys. Awesome. Okay, thank you, Heather. Appreciate that. Cool. Okay. How about the Rockstar template, which a lot of people are using, by the way. So there's people that are I see them come through the support, so I know there's a lot of people out there that are using them. Um, um, I don't think there's a whole lot of pros and cons with them. The pros are probably that it's probably easier and faster to set up than the Optimize Press, even though we got all the training videos in there. So there's a slightly less learning curve to it. So that would be a pro. The cons. The cons is probably you can't quite as customize it as much, although we can put all what I consider all the important elements in there, which is a video in the header. Your post you can hide down in the footer, and then you can have the opt-in widget on the right hand side. So all that's a positive. I like to have, if somebody happens, like if I have multiple silos, I'm going for multiple keywords on those particular sites, I like to have the same header with the same video depending on which page they land on, because each page is a particular keyword, right? And other sites are not set up that way normally. Normally it's the home page that has the header, and then and that's where the video is, and then you don't have it on the other pages. And so for me, that's a con. But for the most part, we're doing fairly thin sites. So actually, they may have it in there. Now that I think about it, they may actually have it in there where you can actually click on it to show the header on every page on that. But the bottom line is, I wouldn't get too crazy about those. The most important thing is that you've got sites out there and they're generating. You want to get your sites out there. Pick one, get to know it, and just get them out there. Okay. Where's the Tube Jedi course? Inside the members area. I'll make a note of that. Make sure that it's going to be under the YouTube. There's going to be a module under video ranking, and it's going to be somewhere within there. So that's just where that, and it's just a link. Sign up and go to it. Okay. When I do a Google keyword tool search, I don't see the estimate cost in your videos. Where do you find that info, or do I need? No, you don't need Market Samurai. You just go into. You want to make sure when you go to Google AdWords, you just need to sign in with your account, and the account's free. So I just go Google Word Tool, and then I'm just signing in with my Gmail account. So I want to make sure I'm already signed in to my Gmail account, so it should sign me in automatically here. No, it didn't. So I would just need to sign in the upper, in the upper right-hand corner. You just sign in. You just sign in using your Gmail account, and then it's going to show you. I think it'll log me in automatically now. Yeah, so I'm already logged in. So now when I do any kind of search on here, then usually over here on the right hand side, it'll show it'll show the columns on here, and I need to, what is it? columns. Yeah, so approximate around $14, give or take a couple. If you've done this before, if you've done any kind of AdWords before, then you know that this price is just it's an estimate. It's going to be plus or minus, and it depends on how you structure it, but it's a good estimate. Okay, let me get this up here. Okay, so Vin's asking here on the Mobile Mechanic website, what is the measurement or the size of the banner on the top where the video goes? That's all in the course, and the person who actually does my sites, he's the one who actually made the videos. And if you've got any questions about that, you know, if the training videos don't answer that for you to your satisfaction, let us know and just submit a support ticket. We'll answer it right away. I mean, we'll have the right person answer it who knows the answer to your question. Yeah, as far as the Google authorship here, we just deployed this, and we're going to make the training course out of it, and we'll answer all the questions then about where we're getting the photos and the best questions and the best places for those. Okay, John. So John says, I have a dental website ranking on the first page of Google. I'd like to have you analyze it if possible. Sure, send it into support, or you can put it down below if you want others to see it. We can take a look at it now. Backlink Beast. I actually got that, and I'm currently playing around with it, and I think it's pretty damn cool. So I think it's definitely worth looking at. I've only spent maybe around 40 minutes in it, and I'm going to play around with it some more. So if you want to hold off, I can let you know what I think a little bit later when I've kind of tested it out some more. When we order articles for different silos, is the article post on all your niche sites at the same time? I like to drip them in so it just looks more natural, so it's not like, boom, I'm a 20-page site, here I am, and I never grow. And I go over that in the course. We'll load up all of our articles for our posts, but I go over it in the training, but you can go through and you can post date them for the future. And so we do around 5-7 days, something like that. So so now Google like, oh wow, no, there's a new site, but it's new regular content coming on a regular basis, and it works out really well. Okay, on your higher level silo sites where you have a main page and then a few inner pages, yes, like the computer repair niche, so I give in that advanced silo.